Assalamualaikum everyone. How are you all? I hope you are fine and I hope you are doing good at your home. You are studying, you are staying safe and you are washing your hands properly and you are not going out because you know the coronavirus is spreading all over. So I hope you are staying home, stay with your parents, and let's come back to the topic why I am here. I am here to give you a lecture about what? I am gonna give you lecture about science, and the class is 4 and it's our 6th week. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you today we are going to read unit number 2, which includes material. What it includes? It includes materials, and the chapter is chapter number 4. And what about chapter? Chapter number 4 has a name, houses all around. Houses all around. If you look at this word houses, what comes to your mind? What comes to your mind? You have an idea? Yes, you have an idea, because if you look at the word houses, that means the place where you live, your residence place, where you live with your parents. So you have seen houses all over. You've seen houses all around yourself. So it's all about houses, and I'm gonna tell you in this chapter what are houses made up of, how many people are used to make a house, to build a house, what kind of material we use to build a house. So coming towards our topic, do you have an idea who can build a house? Do you have an idea? Yes, maybe you have an idea or maybe you don't have an idea. But let me tell you first. For a house, what a painter do? Painter, he paints. What a plumber do? He fixes your tap, your electronics and everything. He fixes your taps and your water filters and everything. And what a plumber do? He fixes your tap, as I told you. And what does an electrician do? Electrician fixes your whole electricity, whole electricity of the house that is fitted by the electrician. And who build the walls to make a house? Who does that? Who is that person? That person is a mason. Who is it? It is mason. So if you look at this book, it's Inspiring Science for the 4th class, and our chapter is unit number 2, materials, chapter number 4, houses all around. So first thing is that if you look at this picture, that is paint. And who paints? The person who paints named as painter. So first thing we have over here is a painter. Painter. Second one is the one who builds our house, who builds the walls, the main building, that is a mason. Who it is? He is a mason. And the one who fixes our tap, who fixes our water problems, he is the plumber. Who it is? He is plumber. And the next one is the one who fixes the electricity in our homes. Because of that, we can see in the night as well that the person who introduced electricity in our home, that person is called electrician. So this is all about your warm-up exercise. Painter paints, then mason builds, plumber fixes water taps, and electrician fixes electricity. So these are the 4 persons who used to build a house. They build a house. They make a house perfect. They make a house worth living. So what else we have? You have seen many kind of houses all around yourself, right? So the houses you see all around yourself is of different types. So you have seen houses which are made up of straw. You have seen houses which are made up of cement, like your own house. You have seen huts in the villages, and you have seen many other houses in your surrounding. So what we are going to talk about is what houses are. We have different kind of houses. So first thing first, let me tell you one thing. A small house with a slanting pattern, with a flopping roof, that is like this. It is called, normally it is called hut, and it has a slope. Its roof is sloping. So this kind of house is normally used in hilly areas, in the place where the water, where the rainfall is large in number. So in that kind of areas, we used to build this kind of houses. The houses which don't have a flat roof, instead they have a slopy roof, so that if the water comes out, it slips down. If the snow comes, then the snow slips down, so nothing remains on the top. But if you look at in your area, in the Punjab area, you normally see the houses which have the flat surfaces, which have the flat roofs. Why? Because we don't have that much rainfall. We don't have that. We don't have a snow at all in these areas. So we used to build a house which has a flat surface, right? And then if we go to the village, we normally see the houses which are made up of straws, which are made up of leaves. So those houses are made up of clay. So we have three kind of houses right now. The one with a slopy roof, the one with a flat roof, and the one with the rounded slope kind of roof. Why? Because it varies, because their environment varies from one place to another. So why we build a house? We build a house because we need to protect ourselves from the environment. And because of environment, we change our house, our living styles according to the environment. For example, if you look at in the region where the rain falls most of the time, where the number of rainfall is great, what happens to those areas? You see the houses with the slopy, with the slopy roofs, so that if the rain falls, if the water falls on the roofs, it will come down automatically and it will not stay on the roof. Because if the water stays on the roof, then the paint of the house would affect, the construction would be affected, and the building won't last long, because the water will destroy the destroy their perfectness and their color and everything. So after that, if we see in this, climate is usually weather condition of a place, normally whatever the condition it is. So it basically varies from one place to another. So mud and clay houses, we normally used to build mud and clay houses in what kind of area? We normally build a mud and clay houses in those areas where the climate is very hot. If you go to the southern side, southern Punjab, then you see in the desert area normally, then you see that normally the houses are made up of mud, clay, and with straws. Why is that so? Because the walls which are made up of mud are much bigger in size, and in width. So if the walls are much bigger, if the walls are much stronger and much in width, if you see like bigger, then what that thing do, the clay clay will make the house cool. Clay will make what? Clay will make the house cool, because it gives us a cooling effect because of clay. If you normally if you put a water on on a surface on your mud area, on your garden, you will see the clay will automatically turns cold, and you will love to walk on that kind of surface. So same is the scenario with the houses. If you build mud houses and straw houses in the climate where the weather is hot, that will the clay will make the house much colder, and it is normally found in small towns like in the villages and like in other areas. So first thing is climate. Second thing is mud houses are normally you see in the villages, in the small towns, and in the places where the climate is very hot. After that, we would like to introduce about another kind of house. What is that? That is a sled. Slit is basically, it's this kind of house. Okay, so this kind of house is basically this is the house made up of this kind of house is called slit. Why it is called slits? Because it has a slopy roof. Because slits, normally we build slits in normally in the areas where the water where the rainfall is great, where the rainfall is larger number. So basically the water will, or if the rain falls, the water will automatically comes down, and in the case of a flood the house won't get affected because it is made up of, it is built on slits. Slits are basically like this kind of sticks, which is, it's kind of a pillars, it's kind of a, you can say it's kind of a sticks, it's kind of a pillar. We made a pillar, and on that pillars we build a house. So why we build a house on the pillars? Because if the rain falls and the water accumulated in the surface, in the soil or in the lower portion, the house won't get affected and the people won't get houseless. So normally we build slits in the area where the waterfall, where the rainfall is great in number, so that the rainwater will flow automatically down, and second thing is the water won't affect the house. Because if the normally if the rain falls fall over and over and over again, the houses will affect. So normally we build the houses like slits in the area where the rainfall is great in number. So the second thing is we basically try to avoid rainwater, so that it will even in the case of water flood, or in case of a great number of water, the water will flow automatically, but the house will remain same on the same place. But it is made up of on pillars. So basically the slits are basic, their component is slits. That means they sticks their pillars. So that's why it is called slit. It has a slopy roof and it is made up of pillars. Second are houses which are built on the hilly areas. Those houses are just like this house. It has a slopy, so that if the snow falls on this area, because if you look at this house, look at this, if the snow falls, the snow won't stay at this point because it has a very slope. It has a very slopy region. So what does it do? The snow automatically falls down and the house won't get accumulated with the snow, and plus the house won't get affected. So in the hilly areas we built our houses like this. Even in this slits we made the houses structured just like this, but it contains pillars. But in the hilly areas we don't go for the pillars, because in the hilly areas anything can happen. If there is a landsliding, then the pillars will automatically move out. So the next thing is we have building materials. Our next topic is building materials. If you look, we have discussed earlier slate house, we have discussed earlier mud house, we have discussed earlier the houses which are normally found in the snowy areas, in the hilly areas. We have discussed about their roof structure. Now we are moving towards building materials. If you see in this picture, you see automatically that it's a tent. You normally call it a tent. Why? Because it has a synthetic structure. Synthetic structure means there are two kind of materials which are used for making a house. Number one is natural, and number two is synthetic. So if you look at this picture, this is a synthetic house because we built it from fabric. The fabric which is a tough and which is very hard to tear up. So normally we used fabric. That fabric is a synthetic material that doesn't occur naturally, but we have to make it. So this tent is made up of synthetic material. So we are talking about two materials. This one is synthetic and the other is the one which is made up of Slates are normally made up of straws and the leaves, and so this house is called natural house, and this house contains natural material, and this house contains artificial material. That means synthetic material. So we need fabric to build a house like a tent. So after that, we do have two kind of houses. We have a low cost house and we have a high cost house. Why? In a low cost house, normally the people who live in the village, who don't have that much of amount of money, what they do is they make a house with the mud, clay, which is normally available in their areas, plus they made the house from the straws, from bamboo sticks, from the straws. So in village areas, the houses are of low budget. People can make it from just by digging their soil. They get a mud out of it, and then they make a house with the leaves, with the straws, with the bamboo sticks, and with the sticks. So those houses were called low cost houses. And there is another house that is called igloos. I don't have a picture over here, but let me show it from this book. This is called igloo house. What it is called? It is an igloo house. It is normally found in Iceland of Greenland and other Arctic region. Arctic region, if you hear the word Arctic region, that means the regions where the snowfall is great, and where normally the season is of winter. They don't have a summer season. So we do have a igloo houses. They build houses with the snow blocks. So with the ice block they build a house, and these houses, the houses which are built of ice blocks, are called igloos. So igloos normally built in the snowy region in the Greenland of the Iceland. So these are the low cost houses. Mud houses are also called low cost houses. Straw houses are also called low cost houses. Plus the igloos are called low cost houses because they have a high maintenance. Because we need to maintain it by the passage of time. Because if the if the weather gets hot, the snow will melt, the ice will melt. Same as it is if the weather got worse, same mud house will affect automatically. Moving towards our next thing, we do have rocks like a sandstone, like a marble, like a granite, and like other stuff. What we do is we made different kind of stones, and then we use it in our houses. For example, you normally 90% of the people have a marble in their house. How? Because if they have a marble floor. Why they use a marble floor? Because it is long lasting, it is made up of stones, and it has a very lustrous surface, lustrous and shiny surface. So normally we used marble for building our floors. Secondly, we do it in. We also make a kitchenette with the help of rocks. So second is granite. Granite is widely used in the factories where we need to build up infrastructure very strong. We made it through granite. Second, third हमारे पास जो material है, that is called slate. Slate normally we use it on the roof. Why we use it on the roof? Because it will last long, plus the water won't affect the paint, because if we paint the roof, the water affects, if rain falls and the water affect that area. But if we use a slate, then it will not affect by the water, and the house will be long lasting, and it will remain same throughout the many years. So let me tell you over this. It's a granite slab. Normally we use it in the kitchen. It's a slate roofing. We use normally we used to see in factories, in the schools, and also in some houses which have the structure made up of granite. Then there is a marble floor which you see in your houses normally. Then we have a sandstone building. Sandstone building has its own different kind of nature. It's normally built in the hilly areas and in the areas where the earthquake is great in numbers. Where usually there is an earthquake, we use the sandstone buildings. Then we have wooden plates. Wooden plates we used in the houses to make to decorate our houses, to make the beautiful cupboards, beautiful different walls, and just to give a different texture we use wooden plates. So wooden plates are the beam, planks, door, windows. These also are made up of wood. After that we have another thing. We have another thing that is called building material also, that is a cement. What it is? Cement. Cement is used to stick two things. For example, it is normally hold a thing very firmly. So when we are building our walls, what we do is we during during the two bricks we use cement. Why we use cement? Because it will hold firmly both the bricks and we build a wall, and that will not be destroyed easily. So that is a cement. It has a long lasting life. Then we used metal. Metal like steel, iron, we used normally in the different kind of houses. Why we use it? Because when we are building a house, we need door as well, we need windows as well, and all those frames made up of what? All those frames are made up of steel, iron. So that depends on us whether we like to have a steel frame, or whether we like to have a iron frame. So that depends. And the windows, normally people made the galleries out of steel or iron. They mix this and then made out of it. Then we have another material that is called glass. Glass is a very fine material. It is normally transparent, and we can color this up also, but we usually use glass material just to decorate our houses, just to make the look more beautiful, just to make our houses more perfect, more beautiful. So we used to use glass to make our cupboards beautiful, to make our doors, to make our windows, and to make the look of the house more attractive and more beautiful. So it don't have the ability to last long because it can be destroyed with the stone. Then we have a plastic or synthetic material. Plastic materials are usually made up of stuff which plastic basically is a synthetic material as well. Why? Because we used to synthesize this material in the we used to synthesize this material in the not in the markets but in the factories. We use this material, we have created this material, and we use this synthetic material to build our houses, and we make the furniture out of it, and we make different kind of stuff which is used to decorate the houses, made up of plastic and synthetic material. These materials are mostly expensive. They are not normally they are present in they are locally available, but they have a very expensive, because the structure the things we use to make these materials are very expensive. So we use in a lower in number. So that depends on what kind of house we gonna made. The houses which are made up of high cost, which are made up of on high budget, are normally contain cement, glass, wood, and fabric, and plastic and synthetic material. Other materials are used like straw, mud, clay. These kind of material is used in low cost houses. Second is budget. The budget is the main thing. We need a certain amount to build a house. The person who has a bigger amount will build a house more beautiful. It will make it more attractive, because the furniture, the things which are used to make the house beautiful are normally expensive. So the person who has a high budget will make a house beautiful, and the person who has a low budget will make house according to their will, but it will deduct some things out of it, like he won't use many wooden things, he won't use many glass type of things, but instead of that he is not using concrete for it, but instead of that he is using mud, clay, cement, and the normally low budget material he will use for this kind of stuff. So budget is basically, if you look at this thing, the budget is basically the cost which is used to make a house. Second is people who build a house. We need people who build a house. Who are those people? We use a mason. The mason who builds our walls, the mason who builds the main infrastructure, the main building. Then there comes a after mason, then there is a job of electrician. What electrician do? It will do the electricity thing. Then there comes the plumber. Plumber will fixes all the taps, all the water material, all the pipeline, he will do it. Then there comes a painter. What does a painter do? Painter will paint your house, and it will make your house more attractive and more beautiful. So we have, but before these people work, we have 2-3 people more who, you know, who is more help, without whom we cannot build the house, without whom we cannot do anything. Why? Because they are going to make, they are going to give us an infrastructure, they are going to give us a structure, what kind of a house we want, what kind of a budget we need. So those are the people which are number. For example, first is architects. Architect make a plan or a design, so that he gives us a plan, what kind of house, we just give him our thoughts, what kind of a house we need, and then, my dear students, what he do is he will make a plan and a design of the house. If you like that house, you will go for that plan. Then there comes engineer. What an engineer do? Engineer will do where what kind of a material is used, what kind of a material will be last long, and where we need to use a plumber, where we need an electrician, where what kind of things we need, and what kind of infrastructure we need, how the building will be formed. That things are going to be done by the engineer. That means basic construction. Then there mason. Mason is a basically bricklayer who is going to build a wall, who is going to build the infrastructure. He will work according to the instruction of the engineer. And then there comes a carpenter. What a carpenter do is, carpenter make the wooden stuff. He'll make your doors, he'll make your windows, and he'll make your house more beautiful. The cupboards, all those things are made up by the carpenter. After carpenter, there comes a fabricator. What a fabricator does? Fabricator basically joins the iron material. For example, the frames which are made up of iron and steel, those are joined up by the fabricator. So after fabricator, when the things are done by the architect, first is architect, then we have an engineer, then we have a mason, then we have a carpenter, then we have a fabricator. After fabricator, we have a plumber, we have an electrician. After electrician, we have a painter. So all those people are used to make one house, and those houses are normally high on budgets. So after that, if you look at on this thing, the water pipes and the painter, electrician, and there is one other person which I forgot to mention, that is a tiler. Who is a tiler? Tiler is the person who builds your floor. The one who fixes the marble on your floors, that person is called tiler. Even if you are using a sandstone tiles, or even if you are using a marble, even if you are using some other kind of material, all those floors are made up of, floors are made by tiler. So we need a tiler to make our floors, to make the final, to give the final look of the house. So after the tiler, we are use painter. Painter will paint the houses in a very beautiful way. And then we have one another person, that is called gardener. If we have a bigger space, that depends on space. If we have a more area for a house, then normally people used to build a garden in that area. What a garden does is, we need a gardener who plant different kinds of plants, trees, flower plants, and plus he's gonna make the soil good for plant cultivation, and he also make grass. He also put the grass on that garden. So he's gonna make the final look, and he's gonna make the house more beautiful. Or for that thing, we need many kind of houses. We have many kind of houses. We have houses which are in hilly areas. We have the houses which are in colder regions. We have the houses which are in the in the region where we are living. So that depends from why we build our houses according to we don't build our houses according to our will, but we also build our houses according to the climate also. So after that climate, we have a different kind of the materials which are used to build a house. After building materials, we have different persons who build a house. Those are the mason, painter, builder, gardener, and everyone. And after that, we have the budget thing. So we have discussed all about the houses, how houses are made, what kind of budget we need, what are the low cost houses, what are the high cost houses. All these things are we have discussed in this chapter. So after that, you have the exercise on page number 30 and 31 that is given to you through your WhatsApp numbers. You are going to receive that thing. So till then, study at home, stay safe, study well, and till then, Allah Hafiz, take care.